Hello, everyone. Welcome to Beyond the Ball. I am Collie, and this week I'm joined by Big Paddy. Paddy, what's happening?
Hey, there's a section in that intro where it's just you and Conor, and then I think you're watching the Liverpool-Chelsea game or something, and you look distraught, and it just sums up your whole season. It's fucking amazing.
I can't wait. I honestly cannot wait for this season to be over. But yeah, that's our lovely Big Paddy, always bringing a smile to my face. And we're also joined by Conor. Conor, what's that?
Shalom. How are we?
Shalom, being very international.
There you go. Yeah. Great save. Didn't know where you were going to go.
Yeah,
Great
save. Lads, Paddy, just like you were saying there, right, with me being miserable this season, does this not feel like the fucking longest season of all time?
Because of the World Cup.
Tuchel fucking started as Chelsea manager. We had the fucking bust up. That bust up with Tuchel and Conte was this season. I know neither of them are managers.
Neither of them are there.
Chelsea got rid of 3 managers this season.
Neither of them are there, and we do Chelsea onto their third manager, who was frankly
out the door again next Saturday.
Quite frankly, not great. Lads, we're going to be looking at this week review. This week's review.
This week.
Edit that one. So we're looking at that. There we have the fantasy football. There's only 1 week left. Well, a little bit of a half week. Don't worry, Conor. I think you've done all right, actually. We have a week left.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
I was like that.
Oh fuck! I just done so well, Daddy. And then we have a bit of news, lads. A bit of news of the week. We'll have a little look at that, and then we will be giving our score predictions for the weekend's football. So, lads, we're gonna jump into the football review. Paddy, first one, Bournemouth and Manchester United, 1-0 to United away. You're finally getting a away win. How do you feel?
It's a tough place to go to. Liverpool lost there after trashing United 7-0. I don't talk about it anymore. Casemiro
doesn't seem like this season.
Casemiro, great goal. But other than that, fairly flat in terms of the end of season now. Everyone's starting to go on their holidays. You could tell Bournemouth just weren't really that up for the game. So Rashford's back now for Thursday, thank fuck, because United just looks so weak going forward. When Garnacho came on, we looked a bit more dangerous, but we really need to do something in the striking department in the summer. But again, 3 points on the board.
Sign Weghorst on a permanent.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! You do a better job taking over from Harry Maguire, in fairness. Let's stick him in centre back.
Better than you.
But yeah, Liverpool slipped up. United got the 3 points, so just about confirmed for Champions League this season. So yeah, very important result.
Jumping the gun. Paddy, can I just say to you, right? Martial is the biggest wanker at your club, and can you confirm or deny this?
I can confirm it. Yeah, you heard it here.
Absolute wanker. Now I'm not being like biased because I brought him into the fucking fancy football and he did fucking.
Oh, did I? And I captained on the ball.
I was gonna captain him and I didn't captain him. I thought I had him captain, but I didn't actually have him captain. But the fucking attitude of him when he gets taken off, he's walking around the sideline. He's like, as if to say,
I'll be quite honest with you. I didn't understand why he took him off because he was actually playing half decent. When he was
has he not been doing that pretty much the whole season? Like around the 60, 70th minute, whoever's playing up top, he's been taking him off and giving fucking. Was it?
Yeah, he took him off much earlier. I'd have to go back and check the stats now, but yeah, it was a bit of a shocker. And to bring on, like, you'd understand if he's going to bring on somebody that's going to be more of a goal threat. But the Austrian sausage is fucking shocking. Like,
yeah,
it really is. He's not a goal threat whatsoever. So maybe it was just he was saying, look, let's just short things up here, grind out the 1-0 result, and that's it. Bob's your uncle, Martial, maybe he knows he's on his way out the door as well, because look, you can have as much talent as you want, but if you haven't got the desire to really put the work in, and then you're injury prone as well on top of that, get out the door. It's just not worth it.
Conor, I don't know if you've been listening over the last, because I know you've been listening. You've kind of missing in and out of it, but Ronaldo has been replaced in Paddy's world. He now has a new little fanboy for some reason, and it's Garnacho. For some reason, Paddy has become obsessed with Garnacho over the last couple of weeks.
Come here, let's just say that the last time somebody backed the United youngster on this podcast for like Ballon d'Or didn't end well. So like that's the poison chalice that have been handed across to him now. We'll see what happens.
The kiss of death has been distributed to Garnacho.
Yeah.
So Paddy, can you confirm? Can you confirm? Will Garnacho win the Ballon d'Or in the future?
Yeah, you've heard it here first. Yeah, he's definitely on it. Yeah, and he'd probably be involved in some sort of domestic abuse thing as well.
The poor guy. The poor guy. Paddy, anything else you need to add or touch on that professional?
Not about the match. A little bit about like there's a bit to talk about the ownership situation and stuff. Rumors now coming around that it's going to be.
Whoa! We'll get that in the news.
That sounds like news to me, doesn't it?
News of the week, right there. Do you want me to play the little clip? No, I'm not. Because I'll hold on.
No, I'm not really.
Yeah. Anything else match related?
No.
It's not eating away at our other content, Paddy. You know, we're trying to.
No, sorry, no. Early. Can I just talk about everything now and then just leave early?
You usually do.
You do it anyway. Right, we're gonna move off. Conor, did you watch this match? Do you have any comments on this match?
Didn't watch it. Saw the highlights of it. Well, the couple of highlights that there was. I agree with Paddy. I think United could have lacked that firepower in like the last probably 2 months, maybe, and they don't seem to be as confident with the ball. And then obviously with the injuries and stuff at the back and suspensions previously with Casemiro, they didn't look as sure off the ball either. But what they needed to do, just grind out a result at this stage of the season. Is all they needed to do to kind of ensure they're going to be top 4.
Speaking of top 4, we're going to move on to our next one. Liverpool blown it at Aston Villa. Conor, how did it make you feel?
I think they didn't lose it on this game. They lost at the start of the first 7 games of the season and the 7 games before the World Cup and the 4 or 5 games after the World Cup. It's kind of where they blew it. A 1-1 draw against a pretty well performing Villa side who always go away from home fairly well set up. It's not the result that did it for them. It's disappointing to see them come off the end of their run, but they had 7 wins in a row. It was going to end at some stage. I was just surprised in that I was off the podcast for the whole run and they came back on with
the 1 week. They dropped points.
Yeah. But
I don't get the offside thing. Can you explain that to me? How was Van Dijk offside?
He's offside, but he's not involved in the first phase, so I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know. It's one of those ones. I know they're looking for the reason and rationale because it still hasn't been released yet officially by.
They tried to make it up to them then and
PGMOL
time at the end. Scumbags.
But I'm not sure. They got the result. Main thing was it's obviously the end of the era for James Milner and Bobby Firmino. Both of them leaving the club, and then the Ox and fucking Naby Keita with her wanger.
Who cares?
But yeah, no, I thought the performance wasn't bad. Slipped up early on, but then could have dominated the game in the second half. I think Aston Villa really got into the final third, so it is what it is. Second loss of the season here.
A word on what we've spoke about before on the podcast, and obviously the reason it's happened is because Klopp listens to the podcast. Trent Alexander making that move into midfield has finally happened. Liverpool fans have pretty much been calling it for a while, knowing well how fucking dog shit he is defending because he's not interested in it. How do you find him in midfield? Would you be happy to leave him as a starting star midfielder, or would you rather get someone who's more natural there and kind of get him back over to right back?
It's a weird one, right? Because he's doing that like that. Cancelo, he is playing right back off the ball. He's playing like a right wing back of a back 5.
Yeah.
But then he floats in the midfield when Liverpool have the ball, which is 60 or 70% of the time usually. So he is playing both.
Yeah.
And because he has a back 3, when he slips off into that right 4, lets usually Kanate get a little bit closer to him, which kind of helps on the defensive side of things. So he's still floating between both of them. I don't think the chances he's created, the touches he's getting the ball over the last 7 games since that move, I don't think it can be argued that he shouldn't be in that position. He's the most assists in those 7 games. He's got the most chances created. He's got those other stupid stats that fucking Sky Sports put up that don't really matter, like true balls and stuff, whatever it is. Yeah, chances created. Something there's a doubt that he should be in that position going forward. It just depends on who else makes up that midfield tree with him next season.
Yeah,
he's played well recently. I don't think Curtis Jones is not a Premier League winning midfielder as of right now. You look at like Fabinho at his current form or Henderson at their current form. I don't think are either. So that's kind of, I would say, people who need to come in to work alongside Trent if you want to go and win the Prem or win the Champions League.
Is there anybody that you have in mind? I know there's massive talk of McAllister coming in now for Liverpool. Would you like to see him there?
Yeah, I think he's. If you're going to put teams together, I'd say Brighton are very similar-ish to like Liverpool in regards to, well, Liverpool of old, not Liverpool this season, but like high press, high work rate, like to be on the ball, like to keep the ball.
Beyond the ball.
So beyond the ball. So yeah, delighted to see him come in. I think he offers that step in going forward midfielder. I still think they need like a number 6, to be honest, to fill in for like Fabinho. So whether that gets brought in and like a Barella or a Brozovic, or if they stay closer in the league to like a Casiedo or something, I don't know. But I still think there needs to be like a number 6 that hold the midfielder brought in as well.
Basically trying to bring in the whole of the fucking Brighton midfield. Is that what we're saying?
And we stick Evan Ferguson up top.
Yeah, it is basically like what you have done to Southampton over the last few years. You know, just fucking take all their good players and then just fucking Southampton are now relegated.
2.
Well, look, you know, there was more than 2, I'd say. Can't name them, but there was definitely more than 2.
I mean, getting back Fabio Barini. So like,
well, yeah, in fairness,
in
fairness, yeah. He's must have kept the receipt on that one. Anything else to add on this result?
The result, no. I was happy enough with the performance, to be honest, overall. So, yeah, as I said, they didn't lose it in this game. They lost it in the defeat to Bournemouth, the defeat to West Ham, the fucking drop points against Arsenal. Those games.
Yeah. Paddy, anything on this one? I know you've been fucking chomping at the bit to just get your teeth sunk into Conor at some stage for Liverpool. You've been missing them.
Yeah, I did. And it just shows how low the standards for Liverpool fans have been now, if they think that was a good performance. He's conceded a penalty. They scored a goal against us.
Here it comes.
He were good for the last 10 minutes. Other than that, he were shy. I watched the game and he were absolutely shocking.
Collie, can we just say, remember when Paddy was like, this is the best season he's seen in United for years? They're going to finish 3 points ahead of Liverpool's most disappointing season in the last 10.
And we won a trophy.
Like, you talk about standards here. We talk about standards.
Oh, yeah. I love it. I love it because I can't say
but hold on. No, there was a penalty conceded.
Okay.
And there was a goal scored. He's played well
for the last 10 minutes. There was a goal scored from an offside that didn't make sense.
I don't know.
It was offside. It was definitely.
You just said a second ago it wasn't. VAR.
Paddy is bullshit.
Yeah, no, I was delighted, to be honest. And Klopp was suspended for his outburst against the referees again. Quite frankly, I think he should be thrown out of the game because he's a fucking disgrace to the sport.
Hung, drawn, and quartered.
Yeah.
Right. Nothing else to add on that, lads, so we'll move on. Lads, this was a bit more of a shocking result. The final nail in the pathetic Arsenal coffin that is made of straw and not wood. Forest.
You didn't have to say the second bit of that. You could have just left it as straw. You didn't have to say not wood.
I know, but some people, they could be people watching in foreign countries that their tradition is wrapping people up in straw and don't realise that we use wood over here in Ireland, There's just might be people. There might be people that just don't understand it.
Live, you say? We can't edit this out, Collie. Come on.
We can. I'm a magic with fucking Photoshop. I'm a magic.
I'm a magic.
I'm a magic with the Photoshop.
He's having a stroke over there.
That's getting fucked out as well. No one will ever hear that one. Lads, fucking Arsenal blew their load yet again. Conor, are you surprised?
I'm surprised at how severe the load blowing was. I thought they would just run out of runway after City beat them, to be honest. I didn't think they would actually hand it over to City. But yeah, they didn't deserve anything out of this game, to be honest.
Yeah. Do you think now, me and Paddy have been kind of looking at this a little bit. Next season for Arsenal, do you think it's another title challenge, or do you think it's a fucking dogfight for top 4, back to normal service for them?
I think it's back to a dogfight in top 4, because I think other teams will become more competitive. I can see Newcastle being competitive again. I can see United becoming more competitive for like a challenge. Chelsea getting back up into it, and Liverpool as well. And depending on what happens at Spurs, that could be an open casket.
Made a straw.
So yeah, made a straw. Yeah,
not wood.
Fuck's sake.
Don't laugh. Don't encourage him. Don't laugh.
What? It's fucking brilliant. It's funny. It's funny.
But ask an Arsenal fan next year, they've gone from like winning the league for most of the season, and next year they're going to finish 4th. Is that a failure?
See,
probably.
I tried to have it out with Arsenal fans on TikTok, and they're just pricks. And I'm sorry if you're an Arsenal fan and you're listening to this, but you're all a pack of wankers. Like Rob, for one. Let's call a spade here, right? I met Rob in the square Tala, and I was walking through, minding my own business, and I hear a little blah 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 blah, someone screaming at me from behind. Turn around, there's Rob wearing his fucking Arsenal jersey, loud and proud, as they were sitting top of the table. So I says, all right, I'll make my way over to Rob. He's like, well, I don't want to hear it. I was like, Rob,
that's a good impression, actually.
Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna just tell you now, right? You're gonna fucking bottle this league, and I'm gonna abuse the bollocks out of it. He's like, listen, you're in 10th. Come back to me when you're up there with the champions, with the true champions. London is red. Start giving me the abuse. And
now Chelsea are down to 12.
And now we're 12. And do you know what? We've gone like this, and we've just come down together. It's just beautiful. And I would have happily given my year's wages just to see that and be guaranteed it. But look, I got it either way, so I was happy I didn't have to hand that over. So yeah, that was just an example of an Arsenal fan being an Arsenal fan. And every time I abuse them, saying they're bottlers, they've bottled it, blah blah blah. Oh well, all we wanted was top 4. Yeah, but you were in the fucking glorious position.
They were top of the league. You don't want top 4.
Glorious. They were in a glorious position, and there's no way if you were in that position and I looked at you and said, "Give you top 4." You wouldn't have went, yeah, happy days. That's all we wanted. That's what we were looking for. Yeah, top 4.
Imagine if you look at the other way, you're 3-0 up at halftime in a Champions League final, and you say, you just wanted to get to the final. That was fine.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. You want to win it.
Exactly. It's so fucking pathetic. But yeah, I mean, I seen a video of Arsenal TV there, I think it was yesterday or today, and it was City lifting the trophy. And your man, it's the two usual guys that are on it. One small little weasel fella, I don't know what his name is. But anyway, you were like, your man, the big faffle was like, oh, that should have been us, or that could have been us. And then your man's in the background, that should have been us. And your man was like, no. I was like, City deserved it. No, that should have been us. And he was like, give me one reason why. And you just went, should have been us. And he just said nothing about after. Like, it didn't zero reasoning for it. Like, it's just like, should have been us. And that was the only fucking thing he could say. Like,
must hurt though. As a supporter, though, it must really hurt. Like, my God, it's such a fall from grace. Like, it really is. Gary Neville, like a couple of months ago, called it to a T.
Yeah.
And he even said that when you do lose the lead with 4 or 5 games to go, the gap will just go to 8 or 9 points.
Yeah.
Like, he said it all. Like, Mystic Neville. Unbelievable.
Mystic Nev. I mean, you missed out on that one big time there. That was Mystic Nev all over that one.
Yeah. Well, look, you're good for the punchlines tonight because you haven't given any input into any of the games so far. None.
Well, look, I was just happy to see Arsenal drop points, and to be honest with you, it took the little bit of sting away from me because obviously, as I've said before, my dad and my brother are Manchester City fans, so it means that they didn't win the league against us. It was already done, so I didn't have to just receive that absolute abuse I was going to get. So I was happy that it ended like this. I now have a little bit of a one-up on Rob that I can slag him and say, use blue it.
You have to give a guard and honour for them.
But is it not worse against your dad and your brother? Because Chelsea are so shit now, they won't even slag you anymore. It's just like, yeah, well, it's just Chelsea.
No, Paddy, you know what's
to-
worse? The fact
have
that
to
City won the league, went out on the piss, and then went out and beat Chelsea.
with their B team, as well.
Yeah.
No Haaland, no De Bruyne, no fucking Diaz, no anybody. No one was even playing. No Ederson was even playing. It was embarrassing. It was the best bench I've ever seen in my life. And yeah, we couldn't beat them. And I'm not even surprised. I just want to see.
You might as well move on to it now, Collie.
The next one. City City won. Chelsea. Lads, get me out of this season. Just get me out of it. I don't want anything to do with it anymore. Do you know what I actually want? I actually want City to win the treble. Just to take away that little bit of a sting from United. Just a bit of content for them. For myself to banter them, and fucking say, who, Paddy, actually, here's one for you. Who wins in a match? The 1999 Manchester United team or this treble winning Manchester City team?
Who wins the game?
Who wins the game? Over 2 legs. Let's say we're playing 2 legs.
I'd say United under Ferguson.
Conor, who do you think?
With full strength squad, Roy Keane as well, because he wasn't in the final. I'm not thinking about that final against Bayern Munich. I'm thinking of full strength Manchester United squad. Yeah, definitely. I think United.
Conor?
City.
100% City. It's 100% City. I'm sorry.
They've done it for the last 7 years. They've done it for 6 out of the last 7 years.
Yeah, it's 100% City. I'm sorry.
Done what, 6 or 7, 8 years?
They've won the league.
They won the league.
Hold on. United won the league 3 times in a row. That team, that 99 team, pretty much won the league 3 times in a row, the same as City did now, but they also won the Champions League. See, that team haven't even won the Champions League yet. So they're not even in the same stratosphere as the 99 team.
I can't believe.
Let's see if they win the Champions League and the FA Cup, then we can discuss it. But right now, they're not on the same level.
I just think you're talking shit.
I'm sorry. Hang on. If to win those individual games means you're successful, that means Roy Keane is as successful as Jordan Henderson. He's won everything as well.
What are you talking about?
As a captain.
Chelsea in the last 10 years have won everything.
Roy Keane won a lot more than Jordan Henderson. A lot more.
No, but they won multiple
titles. Multiple titles. Not like the one asterisk title that Liverpool won. The COVID title.
Get the big man out, Collie, quick.
We've got him. He's in it. Lads, I don't know. Does anybody want to add on to this abysmal result for Chelsea? Because I just want that over now at this stage.
Surprised it wasn't more.
Yeah.
Could. City scored and then just didn't look interested whatsoever.
Yeah, they didn't care.
It's like, I know he's only in the game, but like Alvarez switched off after he put the ball in the net. He just didn't give a bollocks. It's just like they wanted to be celebrating and they're just waiting for the final whistle.
It was frightening seeing fucking Haaland coming on in the 70th minute when like why are you doing that to us? Like, do you know what I mean? Like it's like the Simpsons stop. He's already dead. That's what it was like.
Can we just say that it's the world's worst pitch invasion?
Oh,
it is the worst pitch invasion.
Horrendous.
Stewards are dragging people out of the stand to throw them onto the pitch because they needed more people.
It's horrendous. And then I was just like, these are just delaying the trophy lift at this stage now. It's kind of, fuck off. Like, get off.
There's also a TikTok going around. I said it so you can put it up on the Instagram of this huge fella who gets out of his seat and he goes to jump over the horn, but his foot gets caught on the chair and he just falls and hits his head off the horn. Lovely. And the stewards help him over the horn to let him run under the pitch and afterwards.
Yeah, it's the little wins, it's the little wins that we get from that type of stuff, and that's all I want. So nothing else to add on to this, lads. Yeah, we'll move off Chelsea. Yeah, fucking sick of talking about them. Lads, that's actually the last game on the football review. So we're gonna have a quick look at just before the last week. Just before, because we still have 1 or 2 games left, the fantasy football. Right, lads, we'll go through it real quick. I shall go through my team here. Average was 31. I scored 34. At the moment, like I said, there is still stuff ongoing. We'll get rid of that thing. Cookie sentence. So I had Allison and goal, 2 points. Ben White, 2 points. Dunk, 2 points. Trippier got me 9. Good man. Brought Eze in, got me 5 with an assist. Salah got an assist also with 5. Odegaard 2. Gakpo, I don't know why I still have him with 2. Martial 1 against Chelsea. Oh, we might be able to see how many minutes he played here. 56 minutes. So a little bit earlier, Paddy. 2 for Wilson, and then Haaland as captain. Don't know what I was thinking there, because any normal person that watches football,
obviously he wasn't playing, or he's only going to play a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. And then on my bench had Joe Linton, who got nothing, Kilman got nothing, and Williams got nothing. So that was me.
I think Williams broke his ankle, didn't he?
He's dead. Yeah, he's like 3.8 million or something.
He's
so.
dead.
He's dead. Yeah. So Paddy, talk to us. Not a great week for you.
No, I like, what do you want me to say? Ederson 0, Trippier 9, Schär 6, White 2. Rashford didn't play, but I'm sure he'll play against Chelsea. Diaz, shite. Garnacho, shite.
Told you. See, Conor, there you go. Look, there you go. Look, this little fanboy.
De Bruyne, Haaland, Isaac, Martial, shite. And then
you have someone coming in on the bench,
but he won't, because Martial or Thing will play. What's his face? Rashford.
Who is it? No, you have a defender that didn't play. Oh no, you don't. All right, you have Olsen coming in, who got 0 as well.
No, he'll play the next game, won't he? Last game of the season.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. And then Connor, let's have a look at you. Oh,
43 points.
Nice.
That's where it came from. I've got Saliba in the fucking team, so Jesus Christ, I've been out for the last 6 weeks. Nick Pope got me 6, Dan Burn with 8, Ben Mee 2, Luke Shaw with 9, De Bruyne 1, Trossard 2, Rashford 0, but he's going to come in, as Paddy said, for the Chelsea game. Ollie Watkins got me 0, presumably for missing the penalty. Haaland with 1, and Kane with 14.
How good is Kane to be consistently scoring in that shitty Tottenham team?
I know, yeah.
I have one there actually as well. I heard it in work last week. Haaland playing for City, Kane playing for Spurs. Which one is more impressive this season? Haaland has 38 goals in the season, and Kane has 27? 28?
Yeah.
Which is more impressive?
I'm still picking Haaland.
I mean, I am too, but I reckon it's close. It's worth it.
It's closer than we're making out, because I would just rather Haaland as a player than Kane.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I think it's.
What age is Haaland?
It's 20.
22 or something.
Oh my god.
He's like 20, is he? 21, I don't know. Lads, looking at the table, before, like I said, before we go into the last week, in first place is Conor Ennis with he got 42 points. He's got 2,498. And in second place is Francis Bellardi with 2,477. What are you laughing at?
I was doing some production over there, changing cameras and all.
My screen just turned off randomly, and then the webcam on Replay's laptop just turned on from the side.
All you can hear is, oh shit, and then it just the screen just goes blank. Conor Ennis first, Francis Bellardi in second, Tony Tam up to third, Colin Davis in fourth with Eric 10 Slags. We like that one. Adam Doyle in fifth, Collie Lamb in sixth, Dean Fletcher in seventh, Usher and Kane up to 8th, Sean McDermott in 9th, and Johnny Murphy is in 10th. That's the way the league table.
Interesting one I saw this week.
I like interesting ones.
I think it was on Twitter somewhere. There is a team that you could have picked at the start of fantasy football and left it the same the whole season. And if you had done it, you'd be second globally.
Fuck off.
It's got like Allison in goal. It's got Ben Mee, Dan Burn, and Sven Botman. It's got like De Bruyne. Obviously, it's got like Haaland left as captain for the whole time.
Must be Saka as well or something.
With Saka as vice captain, there is like a whatever it is, 14 people that you can pick at the start of the season that are you could fit into the budget at the start of the year that will get you into second place globally? You had to just left it and did nothing with it.
Well, it's a shame that I'm probably nowhere fucking near it.
I think I'm just going to pick that team for next year.
I think I'm just gonna do the same thing. Fuck it. Lads, that's the end of the fancy football. So we still have obviously 1 week left. Conor Ennis with a good 22-point lead. So probably be hard to catch him. Francis Velarde is in second. So he may be our best option. So lads, we're gonna move on to the news of the week.
Colin, you never announced the 10 grand prize for the winner of the fantasy football. When are you going to present that to them?
He's frozen. Oh, no way.
Sorry, I didn't hear that, Paddy. We're gonna just move on from that one. I don't know what the prize is, to be honest. I still haven't decided. We'll see. Lads, news of the week, and we have a few things to look at. One of the things, lads, that we're not gonna dive into too much onto it, but it is something I think that needs to be mentioned. Vinicius Jr. getting racially abused against Valencia. Lads, I don't know about yourselves, but the way he reacts and the way the players react, I don't like the way they kind of come over and push him away. And I know they're trying to de-escalate things, but he was literally going over and pointing to the fan that done it. And I don't know what was done, but I do know that I've seen it there today that 7 people have been arrested relating to that. These lads, I think, should...
They hung up an effigy off a bridge.
Oh, right, okay.
As well. That was
So
another...
surely these lads that have been arrested for this have to be made an example of to stop this type of thing. Like,
kill them.
You can't... Well, it's probably a bit harsh. I mean, I'm all for it, like, if that's what's going to work, like, but... like, surely they have to be made that's just a lifetime ban. Like, not that you don't need them type of fans in football stadiums. So why even let them back in? That's a lifetime ban and a prison sentence, I'd imagine. Am I right in saying that?
No, that sort of thing. It won't be a prison sentence.
No?
Like sticks and stones. Like that's me coming on. You're a fucking idiot, or send to jail. Like, you know, it's a racist taunt, all right, but lifetime ban. But no, he's not going to get fucking put in jail for that. You joke me?
But the worst thing about it was the press conference with Ancelotti afterwards, where a journalist criticised Ancelotti for saying that was the atmosphere within the stadium. And they said that they weren't saying that they were shouting idiot at him instead. And Ancelotti said, all I know is that the referee followed the racism protocols, and that's the reason why the game was stopped. And there's like this whole thing back and forth between the journalists. Ancelotti stormed out of the press conference afterwards because this journalist was trying to say that never happened. There's a video going around now of Junior Vinicius getting off the bus before the game and the bus being surrounded by people shouting racist abuse at him. So, like, that was before he even got into the fucking ground that was going on. Never mind after he'd scored the goal to try wind him up. So, like it's gone on before he's got there.
Sure. Who was it against? Was it Sevilla?
Valencia.
Oh, Valencia, wasn't it? Did Valencia not have black players? Surely just one or two. Like, I've seen them before with Valencia.
So, hold on, Collie. You're trying to bring logic into this. These idiots don't. There is no logic.
It's true. It is true.
Just animals. So
anyway, what we want to do is we want to stand with Vinicius Jr. I know he's not going to say any of this, but you know, if one person,
I think he speaks English either, to be fair, but
he probably doesn't, you know. But I think we could be,
especially talent English
subtitles. There could be subtitles down the bottom. Like, we support you and we fucking stand by it, and we think whoever done it should be arrested.
We stand that with the
no, like you've just fucking ruined it. You've just fucking ruined the Paddy. You know, like everything we've just been fighting for there, and you've just thrown it down the drain.
I agree that the Valencia captain is pushing him away from the fans instead of turning to the fans and being like, what the fuck are you doing?
The fuck on, like, yeah, exactly. I don't like that side of it, and I've seen it before. It happens a lot in Italy, where like I think it was a Lukaku only recently suffered
during the week
as well
against AC in the Champions League.
Yeah, so
he scored.
It's the same shit. It's more has to be done. We can't just keep going. Oh, we'll get we'll get these individuals and we'll deal with it. Like it has to be very public. Name and shame the fuckers. Put their faces everywhere, and lifetime ban.
That'd be a good idea. That's a good idea.
Put their face everywhere and just absolutely degrade them by what they've done. And that I think is a fitting punishment for.
Or make them walk through the town like in Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, shame. Yeah. I'd like to see that.
Feces at them and all.
Yeah. I'd like to see that.
Show feces at them.
Shit your hand.
Yeah. Paddy's got a big bucket full that he's going to use it on something.
White dog shit.
I've been saving this up for ages.
Where's white dog shit? You don't see it anymore. You know? But lads, we'll move away from that. But yeah, I think our message is pretty clear there. Neymar to United, Paddy. Can you talk to me about this one?
You can fuck off and stay over in fucking PSG. I don't want them at United. We've had the amount of bleeding marquee signings we've done over the last 10 years that haven't worked out, and he would just be another one. He would not fit into United system. Get away.
Do you not think so?
No.
Conor, would you take Neymar?
I don't think he'd be suited in the Premier League, to be honest.
If you're a United fan, would you take Neymar?
You kind of have to look at like Paddy. He just falls into that like Pogba kind of fucking signing, kind of like, well, it depends what happens to him, but like Anthony as well. He's that kind of player, right? He's that. You lose him for March because he always misses March because it's just his birthday. Yeah. So he's gone for March. So like, can you live without one of your marquee signings that you base probably your whole transfer window around? And it'd be Neymar. But no,
like he wouldn't be a team player. So if things are going well, yeah, he'd perform and stuff. But when the shit starts hitting the fan, that's when you'd start getting the same fragmentation of the squad that you used to have when Ole and stuff was there, and what you don't have now with Ten Hag there. And I don't think Ten Hag would want that. We
have seen him being a team player before. Now this is obviously different circumstances, but when he was at Barcelona with Messi and Suarez, I think was probably that trio. But is that because the results are going his way, everything's going his way?
Because he wasn't the top dog there.
Yeah.
He's the top dog at PSG now. Well, he's not the top dog anymore. Mbappe now is their, commercial poster boy, and that's what he doesn't like. Yeah.
So I don't know. So you wouldn't? Yes, like me offering you Neymar, you're saying no.
No.
Conor, would you take him for Liverpool?
I think that's the last player. I think that's the last player, type of player Liverpool need right now is like a creative kind of wide player. They don't need anymore. Let's be honest. That's really what they don't need. I mean, if you're offering them for free of charge, you're not going to have to pay them the 450 grand a week, and you're not going to pay the transfer fee for them. Well, then we just throw on the books anyway.
I didn't know that was an option, though.
You didn't ask the questions, Paddy. That's
Didn't inquire enough about that one.
No, I don't think he fits into that. But like who knows? Does he fit the Prem? Can he do it in a cold Tuesday night at Stoke? You know,
you don't have to. It's not in the championship. Chelsea. 100%. Yeah, I would love my Chelsea. I think
you
like Chelsea.
You take bleeding Gareth McAvoy from time and bar at this stage.
Fucking right. Honestly, now I've been a big admirer of Neymar for a while, and there has always been this link of Chelsea potentially signing Neymar. Every year it comes up, so I'm like, I just love to have that caliber of player in our team. We don't have it at the moment, so I'd love to just have that world-class player that you're taking a gamble on. Fuck it, let's take a gamble on him. We're taking a gamble on a lot of fucking Joe Soap, so why not take a gamble on someone that has done a lot in his career, that has won a lot in his career, and has bags of talent? Why not?
Joe Soaps that cost 70 million quid though.
Look, it's expensive soap. It's expensive soap, all right? I didn't say they weren't fucking... That's
that Brown Thomas soap.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. The pomegranate flavour. So yeah, look, I would take Neymar. Paddy, sticking on the Manchester United thing, you tried to fucking blurt it out earlier and we had to fucking grab you back in. What is the latest on the Manchester United takeover?
Well, we know the Sheikh put in a fourth bid now. So because there was massive rumours that the Ineos group were the favourites to be given the club, and their bid was obviously for 50% of the club or 55% of the club, so a controlling share, and then within 3 years they'd have the option to buy out the rest of it. So the Sheikh has put in his fourth bid, and I read a story today that they're hoping a decision will be made by latest this Friday.
And do you remember a couple of weeks back we seen where there was like a kind of a statement or an announcement made that bids had to go in by a closing date? Do you remember that? What was that? Who was that from?
Colin, that was that long ago I was on the podcast and that came up.
Yeah,
officially, that's what it was.
Who said that? Like, is that like, was that a fucking
from the company looking after the sale of the club? The same company that looked after the Chelsea sale of the club as well.
Right.
Some New York fucking stock company or something.
So they were basically just saying this is the last day we're taking.
You have to put a deadline in, but then the bidder said, "Can I put in another bid?" And they're hardly going to say, "No, we don't want more money." You know what I mean? No,
buzzer's gone.
Yeah. So, and like before the Sheikh put in his fourth bid, it was seen that Avram Glazer was going into the father's hotel of the Sheikh.
Oh,
yeah. So
for private meetings,
it's
maybe.
just very, very fucking messy. Like it really is. Like it's so unprofessional. And my fear is that the Glazers are waiting until the end of the season, till the last game of the season is over, so they can say, right, we're just going to get a minority shareholder in to put a few quid into the club. We're not selling, we're keeping the club. And then at least over the summer, the uproar will kind of die down before the start of next season. I'm just hoping that doesn't happen.
Connor, I want to cast your mind back to the World Cup do you remember Paddy said he was a massive advocate for women's rights and human rights in general? It looks like he's done a massiff U-turn on this, if I'm being honest.
4 times
right?
now.
Yeah, but Connor hasn't been here to enjoy it, so we have to.
Born.
It's just he's
Call
this
podcast KFC. Things are looking good.
And McDonald's, because I'm loving it. But
this episode has to be one of the worst I've been involved in. I have to say.
What about the fashion show? What about the fashion show ones?
At least there's entertainment for other people. But yeah,
I reckon that's making it.
I take that now over this shit. I really would.
Why? Because you think people because we're exercising our human rights? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Hate
human rights shit. I hate it.
Right, lads. If there's any other news, I can't remember anything else. Oh, Juventus getting deducted 10 points. That is another bit of news that.
I mean, they're up 15 points, or they're up 5 points since January. So fair play to them. They lost 50 and got them taken back, and then lost 10.
Yeah, so, it's scandalous.
I think we said before we came on, Paddy, they're going to end up gaining 15 back now. I'd say they win the league. I wouldn't be surprised they won the league.
Yeah, that takes them out of the Champions League positions, lads. So that means
you see, there's a fella who put money on at the start of the season for Juventus not to qualify for Europe, and he put 100 quid or something on it at 50, 60 to 1, I think it was.
Yeah.
And loving life, obviously, when the point deduction came in. And then it got taken off him, so he put it up on Twitter saying, "Just my luck, ha ha ha, they're back in the top 4 then." So he's probably delighted then, or they're falling back out again.
Fucking right. Yeah. So they're sitting in 7th position, 59 points they have. So they're 1 point behind Roma, who are in that kind of conference shitty league. They're 2 points behind Atlanta, who are in the Europa League. And then they are 5 points behind AC Milan, who are sitting in Champions League. There's only 2 matches left, so it'll be very tricky for them to get into Champions League, I think, because you're expecting AC Milan, AC or Inter, pretty much to drop points to semi-finalists of this season. So,
and is it Lazio or Roma second?
Lazio are second. And then Napoli, obviously, Napoli absolutely fucking smashed the league. So, that's
the other news I have is Collie as well is that Bayern Munich got beaten or drew at the weekend.
Yeah.
So Dortmund are top by 2 points last game of the season. So it's all in Dortmund's hands to go and snatch the league off them for the first time in 8 years.
Do you know, like it's
Klopp was there, was it?
They haven't won it since Dortmund haven't won it since Klopp was there. Yeah.
It just hurts because it's Tuchel that's in charge of the team.
Tuchel, yeah.
You know, it's just whatever.
Serial loser.
If you have any relation at all to Chelsea, I just would like to apologise to you, because anything Chelsea touches this season turns to shit, and it better fucking end, because I'm
just so
sick
you know,
of it.
Collie, when he took over, they were top of the league. They were in the Champions League. They were in the quarterfinal of the German Cup, and they looked like they were going to win none of them.
Collie, I'm telling you now, I see what happened to Chelsea exactly what happened to United when they were bought out, and then when Ferguson left. You spend loads of money on players thinking it'd be great. Even when Poch comes in now, I'm actually starting to think now it might be just one of those poison chalices for 5 or 6 years.
We're not a Spurs. We're not a Spurs.
No,
Chelsea
you're
have a
United.
winning mentality. No,
You're United after Ferguson left.
No way. Because we didn't have that Fergie, and we didn't rely on that one manager the whole time. We've done it.
You relied on
different
Abramovich.
managers. Yeah.
Because they sack managers every 2 weeks. That's why.
Exactly. So we never had to rely on a manager. It was always the players that got us through. No, I think we'll be okay next season, Paddy. I honestly do. I know I'm biased saying it as well, but I think we've enough quality in that squad. We're going to get rid of a lot of fucking shit this season. Like, there's talk of Ziyech, Pulisic, Callum Hudson, are fucking Ruben Loftus-Cheek finally gone. Thank fuck. Hopefully it's a permanent deal, not poxy loan. Callum Hudson-Odoi, who's been sitting on the books for ages, he's apparently gone. And there's a couple of others there that are kind of lingering in the background. They're all fucking off, so happy fucking days. Like, Mason Mount.
Honorable mention for Phil Jones.
Phil
Some
Jones.
of the funniest faces in football.
Yeah.
All right, Pete.
Yeah. Right, lads, we'll move off the news of the week, and we're going to go on to the score predictions. Do you know that's me singing that? Lads, the first game, and it's on Thursday. Manchester United versus Chelsea. Now, lads, I put up a TikTok video. People weren't happy. Wouldn't it be great for the league if Chelsea won this match? Connor, you'd love it.
I'm nodding.
I just think, and you know, like, I'm not saying Chelsea are going to beat them. But
I'm saying Chelsea are going to beat them.
But Chelsea are going to beat them. Paddy?
What? Sorry, what? I zoned out there.
United, hey, this is the one time you
No, it's going to be a draw.
Like,
It's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be a draw.
Paddy, I think Chelsea are going to beat us.
Yeah, you've said so much shite this season. Like, I just don't believe you. I really don't.
Nothing has stuck.
Your word holds no value anymore. No value.
Collie, just say United are going to smash Chelsea. Say 4-0, and Chelsea will win.
Yeah, no, I honestly think that United are going to beat Chelsea. It's going to be 4-0. Rashford's going to score 2 after making a miraculous recovery from his illness. So, best of luck. So that's there we go. Kiss of death.
So he's had a bit of everything there.
Paddy, come on, tell me what is your actual thoughts on this match? How do you see this one going?
I think we'll get a draw. I think it's going to be a draw.
Could you elaborate more on the score? Perhaps.
I'm going to go for 1-1.
Oh, and maybe a goal score.
Rashford to score.
I swear Paddy's never done this before. Conor, what do you reckon? How do you reckon this one's going to go?
What do I do?
Oh, you know what you do. You say United are going to win 4-0.
Yeah, no. I want to say United are going to do the bare minimum to get by, and that's a draw. And that's all they need is to draw, and they're going to scrape by because they haven't been performing the last couple of weeks. However, United to win 2-0.
Yeah, I love it.
And Garnacho to score.
Oh, I love it. It's great. He's nailed it. I love it. Oh, yes. Paddy, would you agree with that one?
Yeah, okay.
Paddy's frozen.
I swear to God, if Chelsea win this, but they're not going to win this, because I'm going to say 3-0 to Manchester United, and I'm going to say Bruno Fernandes to score 2.
Bruno Fernandes.
So how do you like that one? Paddy, do you have anything else you want to add on this game? No?
No,
off?
I want to go home.
Yeah.
Lads, next one, Villa and Brighton. Obviously, Villa are in
Why
the
are we looking
conference
at this game?
because Villa are in the conference at the moment. Brighton have just confirmed.
Who cares?
Paddy panicking. He doesn't know any of the players. Cue the nil all coming up. No,
1-0 Villa, Emil Heskey to score.
But no, the reason I'm looking at this is because I said, fuck it, we'll look at all the games that actually still mean something. For Villa, they're 1 point ahead of Spurs in a European conference place. So at the moment, Spurs are not in Europe. So they need a result. They need a win against this to secure a conference position, which to Villa is a big deal. So that's the reason I want score predictions on this one. So Paddy, we will come to you first.
0-0.
Yeah, 0-0. Is that your honest opinion on that? Is it?
Or else 1-0 to Brighton. Danny Welbeck to score. Top player.
He must be on the fancy football there. Connor, what do you reckon?
I'm just checking the league. So Villa can't catch Brighton for that Europa League spot.
Yeah,
they're 3 points behind, but they need to beat them by 17 goals if they're going to catch them. So
possible.
Brighton are safe in that spot.
So you're saying there's a chance.
I'm going to say Villa will win.
Well, no, not 17 because you have to take away as well. So
yeah, shit,
it's half
against each other.
So about 9, 8.5, 8.5.
Yeah, 8.5 goals. I'm going to say Villa are going to win because they are playing for that spot over Spurs.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say Villa will go 2-1 and we'll say Ollie Watkins. He's been banging form except for the weekend.
You stole me score prediction pretty much as it is 2-1 to Villa and Ollie Watkins to score as well. That's what I was going with. So I'm going to stick with it. Lads, on to the next one. Chelsea and Newcastle. Chelsea are going to win this game 3-0. Only reason is because Newcastle are being are going to be hungover. I know Manchester City were also hungover when we played them, but it comes for this one, all right. So I think 3-0 to Chelsea, and I'm going to say Joe Felix to score because that's the start. Paddy, what do you think?
I see Newcastle winning this as well. So I'm sorry, but
what do you mean as well? Cully said Chelsea.
Yeah.
What? As well. I don't know.
As well as
he doesn't think about politics with any other team.
He doesn't care. Just doesn't care. Doesn't give a rat.
I'm on my holidays now. This is like the teams now that have nothing to play for. They're just on the holidays already. There's 2 episodes left. I'm done. I'm done.
I'll tell you what, Paddy, very fucking jumped the gunny when we beat you and you beat us 4-0. Just
what score is it going to be?
Paddy. Come on, score prediction.
1-0 to Newcastle. Isaac to score.
Okay, Connor, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I think Chelsea do them. Last game of the season. I'm going to say 1-0 Chelsea, and I'm going to go with Raheem the Dream.
Oh, Raheem the Dream. I like it. Lads, the WSL, right? Chelsea versus Reading. If Chelsea win this game, we win the league. We win the league, all right? So, come on, Chelsea. We are top of the league. So we are top of the league. I actually support the women's team, and I always have supported the women's team. And look, me supporting the men's team, it's just lights out for Paddy. It's a part-time hobby, whereas me supporting the women's football team is my full-time hobby. So I'm gonna say 1-0 to Chelsea. And I'm gonna say Reece James' sister to score. Because I don't know her name. So yeah, lads, any thoughts on this one?
Chelsea won the last 5. Reading, bottom of the league, lost their last 5. Reading to win, and Deanna Cooper to score. She scored 6 in the last 7 games.
You knew this was coming.
I watched the Chelsea Arsenal game at the weekend.
What score was that?
2-0. 2-0 they finished. Arsenal bashed the goal down for about 25 minutes and just couldn't put the ball in the net.
I'm pretty sure Reece James' sister scored as well, didn't she?
She could have.
I think she did.
I didn't put two and two together to basically say it was his sister. So
yeah. Paddy, 0-0.
Yep.
Right, lads, on to the next one. Just thought I'd throw that in there, a bit of glory for Chelsea. And without doubt, when they win it, you will be seeing it plastered all over the Instagram page, and I'll be putting multiple TikTok videos about it. Everton versus Bournemouth, lads. This is the one. This is the big game, the last ever home game at Goodison Park, before they move into their new stadium, I believe. Paddy, do you see them staying up?
Incentive to win. What else could be? I'm just want to look at the table.
Staying up. That's a big incentive.
Yeah. Staying up is also pretty good.
But so Leicester, who've Leicester got in the last game of the season?
Well, we're going to get to that one in a while, Paddy. But it is West Ham. It's West Ham.
West Ham and Leeds have Spurs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leeds are at home with Spurs.
Yeah, I'm going to go for an Everton win. Narrow win. Probably 2-1, and I'm gonna give it to. Is Calvert-Lewin still he's not injured?
He's fit. Yeah,
Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah. Okay. Conor, what do you reckon?
Leeds are staying up, so Bournemouth 1-0 and Billing the score.
You think Sean Dyche isn't going to save them?
I wanted Forest to go down, but then Arsenal fucking shit the bed at the weekend. So I need Leeds to stay up, man. I want Big Sam to get he gets £2.5 million as a bonus if Leeds stay up. I want Big Sam. Imagine all the fucking the cotton chips he could buy. Gravy.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
So yeah,
Leeds trying to give the money to the Ford official there the weekend.
Ford official, the fiver.
Class, absolute class. That is.
He was in stitches at his own joking as well.
Yeah, he's loving it. Yeah, I'd say Robbie Keane was loving that one as well. But lads, it's like Sophie's Choice, Sean Dyche and fucking Big Sam. It's nobody wins here. Who goes down? I love them both. They're both legends. Unfortunate that one of them has to go.
Who would you prefer to go down? Sean Dyche at Big Sam. If you
I
know
was saying, see, I would prefer Sean Dyche to go down. Yeah. Well, yeah, I suppose Big Sam would probably add a little bit of flavour to it. I think Sean Dyche should be a bit smoother, a bit softer on me.
But he's got the scraggly beard.
Yeah, ginger, like mattress pubes.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. I'd take either one, to be honest with you. I'd say they probably have their pros and cons. Paddy, who would you have?
Maybe.
Who would you rather, Paddy? Go down on you.
I didn't say that. I said, who would you rather go down? You were like, who would you rather go down on you?
So Paddy, who would you rather?
Keys in the ball. Fuck it. Give it a go. Don't mind.
So Conor, who would you rather go down on you?
Are we still bringing Leicester into this as well? And I can say Dean Smith.
Ooh, controversial. No. He's not in the same bracket.
Oh, Big Sam then.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Okay. Reasons?
He looks gentle.
Oh, okay. A gentle giant, you're saying. Back to the football, lads. I do hope Everton. I don't know if I hope Everton win this. I do think Leeds are better for the league. But then at the same time, we lose Everton, we lose the Merseyside derby.
You lose the Merseyside derby. But by Leeds staying up, you gain United Leeds, and you gain West Ham Leeds and Liverpool Leeds.
Yeah. See, I if I had to pick between the two, I'd probably pick Leeds to stay up. I like Big Sam as well.
A draw for Everton basically means Leeds get relegated unless they win by like 4 goals against Spurs at home. So even a draw, it might not necessarily keep Everton up if Leicester win, but it relegates Leeds.
Yeah, I don't know. Did we give score predictions on this one?
I said 1-0 Bournemouth and Billing the score.
All right. Oh yeah, Paddy, you gave Calvert-Lewin as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a 2-1 win for Everton, and I'm going to say Calvert-Lewin as well, because surely he's back he's gonna start, isn't he? Surely.
He started last week. So
Yeah, so surely he's back starting. Lads, on to the next one. Leeds and Spurs. Leeds. Paddy, what do you think? What score prediction are you giving me for this one?
I'm going to go for the Spurs win. I'm going to go 2-0 to Spurs and Harry Kane to score.
Okay. And Conor?
Leeds to win. Last day of the season, magic. Ellen Road needs something out of it. Spurs poxy. Leeds to win 2-1. Last minute. Luke Ayling. Bang!
Oh. I think a draw. Leeds will go down.
That does nothing for anybody.
I know.
Don't get into Europe. Yeah. Leeds go down.
That's what I think is going to happen. I think it's going to be a draw. They're both going to want to win it so bad. It's going to just be a draw. 1-1 draw. I'm going to say Son to score for the Spurs. Lads, we're going to go on to the next one, which is Leicester and West Ham. Again, Leicester, I don't see Leicester staying up, but they might stay up. Worst case scenario, Leicester stay up and we lose both Big Sam and Sean Dyche. Score prediction on this one, Conor?
I can see Leicester getting a point on this, to be fair. I can see it. We'll say 1-1 and we'll go. He came on actually last week in the Leeds game and played pretty well, so I reckon he'll start. I reckon Lanzini.
All right, okay. Paddy, what do you think?
I'm going to go for a West Ham win. 1-0 Declan Rice to score.
Oh, Declan Rice, and he scored in his last home game as well, which is probably going to be his last home game for West Ham, isn't it? He has to be leaving.
Right. Yeah.
As far as I know.
Although who's going to pay the money?
Massive talk of Arsenal because Xhaka is apparently now leaving. So apparently he's coming in to do it.
Xhaka's going to Leverkusen.
Yeah, mad.
Xabi Alonso.
Oh, what the fuck. Anyway, I'm going to say 2-1 to Leicester. I think they're going to nick the win. But unfortunately, it's probably not going to be enough because Everton are going to win. So I'm going to say 2-0 to Leicester, and I'm going to say Barnes to score in this one. Paddy, next one, United and Fulham. How'd you say it going?
Fulham now are safe, aren't they, as far as I know?
Yeah.
So they're on their hires.
Fulham are 8.
They're not just safe, they're fucking, they're 10.
All right, yeah, so I'm going to go United 2-0.
Okay, and scorer?
Rashford.
Conor, what do you think?
United 4-0. Garnacho.
I'm going to say a 1-1 draw and Willian to score for Fulham.
Will he score?
Willian. That's in my head, that was like supposed to be like yes or something. On to the last one, lads, and it is Southampton and Liverpool. Conor, how'd you see this one going? Southampton obviously relegated already, and you need a big dub. See yourselves getting it?
Well, depend. Like if they'll know whether they need to win or not by Thursday night if United get points on Chelsea anyway. So, if they do, this isn't like one of those fucking poxy nothing games where neither side are playing for anything and just becomes fucking a wet wipe of a game. I'll say Liverpool to win 1-0 and Darwin Núñez to score because I reckon he'll start if the game has nothing to play for.
Fair enough. Paddy, what do you think?
Yeah, I think Liverpool will get the win. 2-1 and Salah to score.
All right. Yeah, depending, like Conor said, if they 100% need to win because Chelsea are going to be United. So I think if we do beat them, they'll beat them comfortably. I'm going to say 4-0 to Liverpool. And I'm going to say...
Garnacho.
I'm going to say... Diaz to score. Lads, that's it. That's all she wrote for this week. Next week will be our season finale for the Beyond the Ball podcast. Thank fuck, because I just want this season to be over. The podcast has been great. The football, not so much. Right, lads, we're going to wrap it up there. Conor, it's been a pleasure having you on.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. And Paddy, we are going to be doing something for the match on Thursday. Are we watching it on Instagram or something?
He doesn't look too sure about this.
We're gonna watch it.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't know yet.
We'll let people know.
Throw it under the bus.
Yeah. Keep your eye on.
I didn't agree to anything before this podcast. You just threw that on me now. I don't know.
I said it to you in the group chat, right? And you just
and I never agreed to anything.
And another thing I want to ask you is, why have you turned your TV off? Are you trying to save some power or what?
I asked you, could we do the podcast on a Thursday night so we could watch the match live and do the pod? It would have been much more entertaining than this.
It just goes to show
you
that...
wouldn't have had me, Paddy.
Hold on. Paddy has selective hearing, because I asked him why he turned the TV off in the background, and he just started answering a random question I didn't fucking ask.
Because I was finished ages ago.
You haven't talked about United in 14 minutes.
Yeah. Put your own fucking telly on.
I can't. It doesn't reflect. It doesn't show up well. Paddy, thanks for coming on. Anyway, we got a good 45 minutes out of it or so.
Yeah, a bit like Martial. Got whipped off.
Oh, fuck's sake. Right, we will be back next Tuesday for our season finale of the Beyond the Ball podcast. So we will see everybody. Oh, wait, like, follow, comment, subscribe. Give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Look, fuck it. Do you know what? We'll take a 4 as well.
Give us 4.
Give us a 4. Yeah, go on. Give us a 4-star review. Like the pizza. Right, lads. That's it. We'll be back next Tuesday, 8 p.m. We'll see everybody then.